Wake up, goddammit. There we go. Sleeping too long and dedicated 60 seconds. Industries. Shit's so good, man. I laugh at you peasants. The deaf birds keep pecking. I'm destined for blessings. My lessons, adolescence till I'm out of the presence or out of the essence. The hour of 7, the tower of heaven, the power of legend. I place flower on dead men. You cowards beheaded. Dark clouds hover the reverend. My rap industry's ministry. Her minstrel bleed every couple of years. Here's a cup full of cheers. Watch this cut from her ears to where the other is pierced. Die, bitch, we back riding the cherubim. Back leaping from wing to wing, marking you. Jack, honorable kings, infallible vendetta Berettas with treasures and queens. Together we sing, forever regime.
Together we sing, forever regime. Together we sing, forever regime. Together we sing, forever regime. Together we sing, forever regime. Came to rain like the prophets, let it pour from the sky. Look close, see the empire forming in my eyes. It's like 1,000 stars shining for a moment in time. Had to fight through all the haters laying dormant in the sky. So I started from a Trojan, cut the cord and then I cried. Please Lord, I live for glory, evil forces to the side. King David in my splendor, I was gorgeous in my prime. Had armies riding horses, look like Porsches when they glide. No borders on my fortress, here's a portion of the pie. I traded fortunes for a name and stabbed the order in its eye. The warrior stood tall like a sword was in his spine. Brought the offering with priests, said the source was in your mind. Make sure the angels sing the chorus, holding torches for the tribe. Tell the story for the shorties and record it till you die. The planet ran to Mars, guess they all granted the hand of God. I can't stand it, crack the granite when I'm managing bars. The paper scratched out, looking like a bandage and scars. But I survived far enough to see the gardens in green. Pearly essence like the ocean, it's a marvel to see. I'm audible like the presence of the Lord when I speak. The world's an audience designed for my glory to breathe. Recording my deeds enormous like a feast when I feed. Mental fruit to the people, not what the snake gave Eve. We need to kill off the evil with the force of gangrene, so I can transcend to heaven as a spirit and gleam throughout galaxies, stretched like an infinite stream. The power's limitless, priesthood combined with the kings.
I take a verse from saint to hallelujah. Without a hollow point, I still move right straight through you. Lines like a wop, bama, boomer. Smack your head through the Mardi Gras, mighty far, the Calhoun fall. Eat my way through this track for a Mars bar. Back to Chicago line, ain't no train going off this track. Pallet ready to crash, I'm off the Richter scale. They getting ready to bring a better deal. My rap is whatever, forever kill. Heaven's the mega skill. Type of height should wear a crown like Evansville. I keep it straighter than a better business bureau. Serial killer with more bandana than a thriller in Manila. With split seconds away from being civil. Burning through rituals, making cloudy days become visual. Don't get it fucked up whether it be sunshine from digital. Gut spitting on spiritual. Lunar drawers original, with heat seeking material. 60-second miracle, mind fury, icicle. Cold pop your top like a Michelob. Don't make my circuit break a triple O. Open your mind up like vapor, I'm the Vicks in your nose. Open you up till I become a hole in your soul.
I'm online, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, we build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Y'all already know what it is. Welcome back to the Killah Priest Podcraft. I'm your temporary host, holding it down, AD Ross. Priest is doing his thing right now. You know how he do. He's got a project going on. I don't want to release his business and everything, but he's he's making progress as he does. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be having a guest today, as you know, one and only master student CrumbTV. Are you there? Are you there, Crumb?
Yes, sir.
Nice. I see you're in with two profiles. Do I use this one or do I use this one? I'm not sure. You're in here twice, basically.
Yeah, one is for share screen, one is for my voice. I'm having some technical difficulty with my condenser mic.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of using the cell phone earplug situation. So, just to make sure my audio is not cracking up for whatever reason, my mic is just pulling too much bandwidth or something.
Got you. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some compression for your voice on this end so that it's popping good. All right. So we are set. How you doing? How you been? What's going on?
All is well. All is truly well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, man, it's been amazing. I'm almost at 200,000 followers on Facebook. I'm jumping like Jordan, brother.
Damn, Facebook. That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's like where you're mostly doing your posting, or you're also on Instagram too. I know.
Yeah. Instagram, Facebook. I'm really everywhere except for the places I've been kicked off of. But yeah, I just hit 20,000 on Instagram. On Instagram. I'm at 190. I hit 190 today. I get about 1,000 new followers every single day on Facebook. It's I think my videos are averaging like 150,000 views or something like that. It's just shorts though, but you already know how it goes.
Still though, that's very impressive, man.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? Because I see the numbers for Priest and everything, and it's impressive. So hearing that's even more impressive too. So that's cool, man. All right, so let's see. Without further ado, we might as well just get right into it. What's the topic for today?
3-eye atlas.
3-eye atlas. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm about to find out what that is. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, you haven't heard of the 3-eye atlas?
Nah, I'm trying to figure out, is that a code for something? Like, I'm trying to think, because sometimes you'd be low key with the way you explain things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, 3-eye atlas.
No, it's going viral. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm about to find out. So let's get right into it. I got the share screen on for you to go ahead and do it. All I got to do is stop sharing on this end. Are you ready to present?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. All right. I'm going to hit stop share on this end. And you ready. Okay, cool. Let me set you up on this side. Actually, this will work for now. Okay, I'll be making adjustments as we go, so I'm going to pop it right through here. All right. You may proceed. I'll make it look better as we go, but go ahead.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, 3-eye atlas. So let's get right into it, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Where's my situation over here? Am I looking at the wrong? I think I'm on the wrong screen. Am I? Can't be. Oh, okay. I see what I did wrong. Bear with me. All right, there we go. All right, so this is according to New York Post. Could mysterious Manhattan-sized comet be a black swan event? This is the implications are so huge for humanity. And listen, family, not sure but here, let me just get to the point. Harvard scientists warns that the Manhattan-sized interstellar object, 3-eye atlas, could be an extraterrestrial Trojan horse. That's a lot. So with that said, if I had to guess, most of the family doesn't know what a black swan event is. So, in order to give you the magnitude of this thing, I just want to break that part down. A black swan event is an unpredictable event that is beyond what normally is expected of a situation and has potentially severe consequences. It's going to be, if they're saying what's going to happen is going to happen, it's not going to be good. And I don't really trust the government, so I'm almost sure they're up to something. I'm about to call Shaggy, Scooby, Velma, the whole gang. So I just want to make sure that we all understand. Anytime these Black Swan events happen, there's a power shift. One of the last Black Swan events we had was a Halley Comet type of situation where they call it Caesar's Comet. Caesar's Comet Caesar's Comet appearing during the funeral games in 44 BC. Family, the Black Swan event, they're telling us about it now because November is the gates to the underworld. This is harvest season. They will harvest a soul. Remember, we just had a warlord transition. Caesar's Comet appearing during the funeral games in 44 BCE was used by Augustus to link his rule to the divine, symbolizing Caesar's soul ascending to the gods. Basically, when that comet went off during one of the first Black Swan events, Rome transitioned from a republic to an empire. Oh, Crumb, we're not in a democracy, we're in a republic. Yeah. And we might be going to an empire. A lot of people have said, oh, Trump, no king, no king, no king. They're saying Trump, no king. They're saying there's going to be a Black Swan event. And during Black Swan events, we transition from, there's a power shift. What a coinky dink, right? So now with this Manhattan-sized comet that's hurtling towards Earth, they're saying it's 33 billion tons. What a coinky dink. There must be some type of magical scale levitating out there in space where they can just weigh it. How did you measure a comet? How did you see how much a comet weighs? This is clearly an example of them playing to a Masonic narrative. When you're dealing with the number 33, you're dealing with some type of ritualistic psyop. It's and keep in mind, the moon isn't even 33 billion tons. The moon is 7 to the 10th, 19th of a ton. So this thing is bigger than the moon? Okay, interesting. So, good brother, have you heard people say that the government is about to plan a fake alien invasion? Have you heard anybody say that?
Yes, sir. What is it called? Project Bluebeam.
Yep. A lot of people, I guarantee, are going to fall for this, and especially Black people. A lot of people going to fall for it, mainly Black people. Interstellar Object 3I Atlas is about to get very active. Space photo of the week. Subcaption: the interstellar comet is barreling towards us, towards its closest point to the sun, as perihelion looms on October 29th. That wasn't too long ago. This is of 2025. How different will it look when it reappears on the other side? So as of October 29th, the day before, right around Halloween, it went past us and it went behind the sun and disappeared. This is of October 29th. I believe it's already reappeared, but it went behind the sun and it reappeared, and now it's coming back towards Earth. So now they're hinting that it's not a comet, because in the month of October, all of October, oh, it's a comet, it's a comet, it's a comet. Towards the end of October, now we're going to see, I think the article is titled October 28th, 2025. And the subcaption reads, "Comet growing a tail could be alien technology," Harvard professor suggests. Very interesting. And the Fox News caption says, "Professor says comet could be maneuvering alien." This is Fox News. This isn't blackpower.com, tinfoilhat.net. This is Fox. Fox has been talking about it. So why is Fox talking about it? Well, let's just keep going. I'm sorry. Here's another one from N News. If the 3i Atlas is a massive mothership, if 3i Atlas is a massive mothership, Harvard professor on possible October 29th alien spaceship reveal. Now, of course, October 29th has come and go, and they haven't confirmed anything, which is awfully convenient. Because this is the narrative. In October, the interstellar object, confirmed as a comet, passes its closest point to the sun, perihelion, on October 29th and made a close approach to Mars. This is headed back towards us. Caught an Uber, went around the corner, coming back this way. On October 3rd, scientists observed the comet showing unusual activity, such as a jet-like emission, and continued to study its composition. So at one point in time, as you can see in this picture circled in the red, it didn't really have, it had a little point, maybe a little bit on the front, maybe a little bit on the back, depending on whichever side you think the back is, but there is no tail according to this picture. Now they're saying it's growing a tail. Interesting. This thing is growing a tail. Obviously, what they're saying is, in terms of comets or anything, it's speeding up and it's slowing down. This is the narrative. Oh, this comet is speeding up. Now it's slowing down. Now it's changing direction. Excuse me? I didn't know comets could do that, according to the narrative. Conveniently, brother, are you familiar that the government is shut down?
Yes, sir.
What a coinky-dink, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the NASA is shut down. Perfect for keeping their fake narrative hidden. Yes, NASA is currently shut down due to a lapse in government funding. A lot of people didn't know about NASA being shut down, but most of the ninjas, they knew about the EBT. That's the part that, our people pay attention to the EBT and not too much more. But essentially, safety operations for spacecraft and the International Space Station are continuing. Got you. So if the International Space Station is operating, they should be able to get a photo. I mean, I'm not a NASA scientist, but if they're up there and there's a huge spaceship looking comet, why not take a picture? I mean, am I reaching, or does that sound like practical maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? I would say so. The non-essential activities, including most research, public engagement. Hold on. Public engagement is non-essential activities. I thought we write their checks. The people who write the checks, reporting to them is considered non-essential. Go back to COVID-19. The liquor store was essential, but reporting to the taxpayers is non-essential. Ain't that something? Ain't that something, y'all? It's non-essential. And daily mission updates have been paused. So now, as the public, essentially we've been left in the dark, and nobody's going to say anything. And the best we can do is watch Fox News. NASA isn't going to report. The government isn't going to. Now remember, brother, they're still taking taxes out. This government, who is shut down, they're not operating, nothing's happening, but they're still collecting taxes. Is that a government shutdown if they're still taking money from us?
No, it sounds like it's still working.
I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I thought they said no taxation without representation. I mean, I'm sure I fell asleep sometimes in history class, but I do remember that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, this government shutdown and NASA being shut down is super duper convenient for the fake narrative. So 3i Atlas, how NASA's silence over a mysterious interstellar visitor has fueled alien theories. For something that's going to be able to change the course of the world as we know it, I would think that they would kind of say something. So the fact that they've kind of gone dark, gone black, gone quiet, it's almost like they want us to throw something out there because, we're all just kind of sitting wondering, hey guys, our representatives aren't representing. The math ain't mathing, the representatives ain't representing. Ain't that something? As the U.S. government shutdown paralyzed key agencies, NASA's silence over a mysterious interstellar visitor, 3i Atlas, sparked confusion, suspicion, and online theories that the agency was hiding something extraordinary. I said a lot, brother. Let me breathe. What say you?
I'm just taking it all in right now. Do you know what I mean? Because you already know I'm not really a big NASA dude. I don't really be trusting NASA about much. So I'm with you.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Now, NASA hasn't said anything. The only people reporting are Fox News, Joe Rogan, the TikTokers. NASA hasn't said anything about it. This is boots on the ground. The dude down the street with the telescope. He's smoking weed and looking through the camera. I'm sorry, looking through the lens. He's just a regular dude. And that's how this whole thing got big, because this is a grassroots thing. The government hasn't said too much about it. Like, if you Google this on TikTok or whatever the case may be, there's a bunch of videos from, not NASA. Anyway, so even though NASA is shut down, they're supposedly getting ready. And, this is just kind of weird to me. Are you shut down? Are you not shut down? What's going on? So it says concerns grow over 3i Atlas. NASA activates planetary defense protocol? Hold on. Planetary defense protocol. What you mean? To thoroughly analyze the enigmatic stellar object. This sounds like Agent J, Agent K, Men in Black situation where what was that? The sixth branch of the government. What's the sixth branch of the government called again?
Oh,
Space
man.
Force.
Yeah.
This sounds like some Space Force situation. The most conspiracy theorists claim it's a mothership. Even Elon Musk is feeding into the psyop. 3i Atlas interstellar comet approaches the sun. Now, remember, it's already went around the sun. This is a little old. This is October 30th, excuse me. This is 6 days old. Elon Musk issues warning, even though NASA is silent. The only people that are going to talk to us about this are going to be the unofficial people. Elon Musk is not even a full U.S. citizen. And now we, as a country, because our officials aren't saying anything about it, now we have to go with the African-American dude. The mysterious interstellar comet 3i Atlas is nearing its closest approach to the sun on October 30th, sparking curiosity among astronomers. Elon Musk warning about the comet's unusual behavior. It's speeding down and slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, and changing direction. That's not what comets do. It has a tail one day, it doesn't have a tail another day. One time, when we first saw it, the tail was in front. The tail was in front. I never knew that was a thing. I thought the tail was always in the back. This is almost like Wag the dog. I thought the dog wags the tail. I didn't know the tail wagged the dog. I don't know. Did you see Wag the dog?
Did not.
Okay. That's a tinfoil hat classic.
Oh, gotcha.
Elon Musk warning about the comet's unusual behavior and NASA's silence have fueled global speculation about its true nature. Not only is America reporting, well, America's not reporting it, but not only are the Americans seeing this, the Asians, the Russians, the Samoans, everybody's talking about it, because this is the next global event that is going to lead to some type of Black Swan event, in my opinion. But let's go into predictive programming. They kind of tried to tell us that this day was coming. Go back and watch Deep Impact. Go back and watch Judgment Day. Go back and watch Armageddon. Not only are they trying to tell you, they've been trying to tell the babies. Look in the middle. Ice Age collision course. Listen, family, I don't need my baby worrying about no Ice Age collision course. My baby don't need to be worried about going back into the Ice Age because of some, meteor in the sky. They've been prepping the babies.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of these movies?
Yeah.
Anything ring a bell in here?
No, of course. Deep Impact. Long time ago, I saw that.
Yeah.
You know, but see, the way I see it now is that at any moment they could use that as an excuse so that what we think is happening is not actually happening. Do you know what I mean? So like they can always set us up for a psyop.
Yeah, and I would say the psyops have just about every. There's never been a psyop, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we figured it out. It wasn't real." You still got people who believe 9/11 was done by Bin Laden.
Right.
So it's a thing. People drink the Kool-Aid. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Only people really speaking about this are podcasters. We're on Zoom. All my stuff is loaded on StreamYard. But I was going to play the interview where the Harvard scientist accuses NASA. This is a Harvard scientist.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't some YouTuber or whatever the case may be. A Harvard scientist is accusing NASA of hiding critical evidence about the Manhattan-sized comet. Now, initially they were calling it a comet, but it is upgraded to now being a mothership, according to some rumors and conjecture. So let's just keep it funky. I'm talking to the Podcraft, the chat. Podcraft. You've never seen an alien, but you have seen a UFO. Is that a fair statement? 000. You've never seen an alien, but you've definitely seen a UFO. Brother, have you ever seen an alien?
No.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
I've seen stuff in the sky that I couldn't identify.
Yeah, unidentified flying object.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Me too. Never seen an alien, but we've all seen UFOs. Well, those UFOs, that's just German engineering. Mm-hmm. There are UFOs, but there's no such thing as aliens. If you want to get down to the get down, honestly, you the alien, black man. But I know that's going to upset some of y'all, so I'm not going to bother with it. But German engineering. Have you heard that the Germans are the best engineers in the world?
I haven't heard that, but I know they got some engineering.
Yeah, the best engineering in the world is from the Germans. And the Germans are the ones who created this. Now, you're a DJ, so I assume you're familiar with the group, the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
The term Foo Fighter is not just a goofy alternative band name. Foo Fighter was the first UFO ever. The first UFO sighting was in World War II against the Germans, and our American military, our pilots. These aren't no, hillbilly Billy Bob, no shirt, overalls, moonshine in the backwoods of West Virginia. We're not talking about him. We're talking about military men in the heat of battle. They said they saw these glowing orbs that would lock on in the heat of a dogfight. Nosedive, barrel roll, nothing you could do. Once that orb locked on you, it would cut all electrical functionality. And you had to abandon ship or the airship, the plane. Remember, these are them BS Wright brother Kitty Hawk propeller planes.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Right. During World War II, America was not breaking the sound barrier. We didn't have jets. Them things are darn near made of wood.
They were basically like Volkswagens in the air.
I would compare them to a horse and buggy in the air. The Volkswagen was a good car.
Yeah.
So I asked Skynet. Skynet said, no, BMW did not make UFOs because this is German engineering. The best cars are German cars. It's just the thing. But its name is linked to a conspiracy theory about them. During World War II, a German technician, Rudolf somebody, claimed he designed a disc-shaped aircraft at BMW's Prague works. But these were never built by BMW and are considered a conspiracy theory. Fine. They're considered as conspiracy theory. Now, Rudolph himself, see, you guys on the internet makes us, no, this ain't people from the internet. This is what they said. And this is what led to Operation Paperclip. Now, I assume, most people don't read books, they just read Facebook. But even on Facebook, the guy who has the fluoride gaze still knows about Operation Paperclip, I would assume. At any rate, it is said BMW created the first UFO. Not only did they create the first disc-shaped UFO, BMW created a bell-shaped UFO. They created another one. I know it was the bell and the disc. Those were two of the designs. And that design, that disc-shaped design, they didn't make that. They got that from Nikola Tesla. So this is just a copy paste. And I was talking to Skynet. Remember, I'm not going to have these type of conversations with the average Joe. So I'm kind of stuck. So me and Skynet talking. I said, did Nikola Tesla design a UFO with the help of extraterrestrials? Well, in 1928, he patented what he called the world's first flying saucer, powered by electromagnetic forces, not fuel. You can't really see it in the top design, but in the bottom design, his UFO was powered by crystals. I want to give a big shout out to all my stoners. A lot of people, oh, Crumb, you crazy. But the people who know the power of those stones, they wear the stones wrapped in copper. The girls have them in their bras. People have them under the pillows. When they're kind of meditating, they'll hold them in their hands. Shout out. I don't know if you're a stoner or not, but I know you're aware that there are a lot of stoners in the Black community.
I used to smoke a lot, but it got too strong, so now I had to cut back.
Right. Okay. Well, I assume you were smoking amethyst, maybe diamond.
Oh man,
emerald. What were you smoking, brother?
I think it was called Paradise. It was like a sativa hybrid, but
right.
I digress.
I don't think that's a rock. If you were smoking rocks,
man.
If you smoking rocks, brother, that's a different conversation. But with these stones, these were the ones that generate piezoelectricity. The most popular stone in the Black community, or even America, is probably going to be quartz. Your stove is made out of quartz crystal. The most expensive watches, I think Movado has a quartz brand. Who else uses quartz crystal? Some really big names we all know. Inside of your lighter, or when you're smoking your other rocks, inside of the lighter, there's a quartz crystal that generates that spark. So when he did it, he creates a UFO powered by a crystal. Interesting. Tesla, who creates this situation, this blueprint, obviously he doesn't have enough money to build it and manufacture it himself. The man with the mustache, the artist formerly known, the artist comes along and he gets these blueprints and they create them over at BMW. The design eerily matches modern UFO sightings. When I see those UFOs in the sky, or what I think to be UFOs, they do kind of have this shape. When I see them in the sky, it kind of looked like what Nikola Tesla had patented.
Yeah.
I'm not the smartest man in the world, but at least, judging by eyeballing it, that's what it looks like. So this is going to set the stage for, anybody who's drinking the Kool-Aid. Now, of course, I got a video where the Air Force talks about it, but, you got to go to my YouTube channel to see the videos and everything like that. So they're going to couple the UFOs that were built by BMW with Project Bluebeam and DO. Now, most people, I don't know if they know about UFOs, Project Bluebeam, DO, or whatever the case may be. But for the sake of clarity, I want to try to cover those things as a baseline, and then we can move on with the conversation. So Project Bluebeam, this is the official report, is a conspiracy theory that alleges a secret plot by global elitists to supposedly supposedly involving NASA and the United Nations to establish a totalitarian one world government and a single new age religion via a series of staged, technological, simulated, supernatural events. This thing has Project Bluebeam written all over it. Most people are lost in religion. I don't drink the Kool-Aid. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in the devil. I don't really do all of that stuff. You know, to anybody else, more power to you. It's just not my cup of tea. I think it's a very dangerous thing. And then this PowerPoint, I'm going to reveal how they're going to take advantage of those people. So let's go to congress.gov. I don't want to go to tinfoilhack.com or, blackpower.net. I want to go to congress.gov. According to congress.gov, the Department of Defense directed energy weapon. Are you familiar with directed energy weapons, the DEW?
Yeah, absolutely.
What have you heard about these DEWs?
Well, they can be used to start fires.
Bingo.
And for some reason, they're unable to ignite the color blue.
You are teaching. Okay. Clearly, you don't miss.
Yeah, I mean, in this regard.
Yeah, you're so funny. Directed energy weapons, or DEWs, are weapons that use concentrated energy, such as lasers, as you were saying, or microwaves even, to damage or destroy a target without using a solid projectile. They can be used to incapacitate personnel, disable vehicles, or destroy equipment, with potential military applications including counter-drone systems and air defense. While they offer potential advantages like lower cost per shot and speed of light engagement, they can also be affected by weather and are still in development. That's a lie. With potential health effects being long-term consideration. So with these DEWs, there's health effects. Just kind of put a pin in that, put it in your back pocket. We'll come back to the health effects situation because that's going to be a big situation for us. So let's go into type of directed energy weapons. We already know they got lasers, they got the little microwaves, the particle beams, the plasma weapons. Brother, I'm lost. Are we talking about something real, or is this a space Star Trek episode? Yeah, this is real. So just to kind of put a face to the name, the powerful DEW, directed energy weapons. Now, the video that I have that's on my YouTube channel, I'm showing, not only do I show the DEW, I show where they connected, they harnessed one of these to an aerial craft, and they said the thing can hover for up to 5 hours in one place, and they can shoot anything from so high that you can't even see where it's coming from. This is a serious problem. So they can harness it from anywhere. They'll, put it on like a little cannon or whatever the situation is, and shoot it from a stationary position, or they'll hook it to a helicopter or a airplane, or maybe hook it to a tank or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. These things have several applications, and it's crazy. This will birth the next plan. If they use this thing, it will birth the next pandemic. Tunguska, comets, Contagion, and the Verdinsky mission of NEA, whatever. Abstract. Let's just read that part. Keep it simple. On June 30th, 1908, bro, that's a long time ago. Mm-hmm. There was a massive explosion over central Siberia. A number of scientists have proposed that this phenomena was caused due to a passage of an asteroidal body that grazed the Earth's atmosphere. So back in 1908, one of these interstellar objects passed close to Earth, and it passed so close to Earth that the people in Siberia, obviously it was on the other side of the world, the people in Siberia, they all started to get sick. This is 1908. Underwent a partial explosion. I'm sorry, excuse me. The phenomenon was caused due to a passage of an asteroidal body that grazed the Earth's atmosphere, underwent a partial explosion, and later entered a heliocentric orbit. It has also been argued that astral bodies might deposit microbes and viruses on Earth. Now, there was a movie that just came out on Netflix called where Black people in Europe got superpowers, called not called sickle cell, single cell, sickle cell. Did you see that movie?
No, it sounds familiar though.
Yeah, it was super huge.
Are you saying sickle cell?
Netflix movie, Black people superpowers. Let me use both hands. Netflix movie, Black people superpower. My computer's a little. Supercell is what it was called, a play off sickle cell. So there was a movie called Supercell. This is predictive programming. In Supercell, something happened, some particles or whatever the case may be, and Black people started getting these superpowers. And then, you know, everybody was kind of getting scared, like, oh man, what's really going on? So will we get sick? Quote, I'm doing an air quote thing with my fingers. Will we get sick? Are we going to mutate? Is this the Merkaba evolution? 666 evolution to 7 Merkaba? Light body? I don't know. Anyway, and may become contaminated with earthly microbes. A lot of people said the same thing happened. Thank you. A lot of people said the same thing happened during the covert pandemic. They told, I don't know, do you remember they told everybody stay in the house?
Yep.
Some people say the reason they told us to stay in the house is because there were emissions falling down, invisible debris falling down on the earth. And if we would have came in contact with it, it would have been some type of supercell reaction where we would have, you know, whatever. You know, this is just talk, but, you know, the same thing happened in 1908 in Siberia, but they actually got sick. But this is when this thing comes, and it's coming on the 19th.
Of this month?
December 19th.
Wow.
It's coming right before Saturnalia. Yeah, I know Black people love to celebrate Saturnalia. It's coming right before Saturnalia, like 6 days before Saturnalia. But yeah, this whole situation with the directed energy beam. Did you see the movie Hulk?
Yep.
Did you remember in the movie Hulk, they blasted, in the movie they didn't call it a directed energy weapon. They call it a Stark Sonic Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
It was not only in Incredible Hulk, it was in Captain America Civil War. And War Machine had one harnessed to his arm or his fist or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And, you know, and these things were invisible. You couldn't even see it. It would just hit you. And they have them attached, they're harnessed to the cars in New York. When the cars go whoop, whoop, like whatever the sound is coming out of there, that's a directed energy beam. In New York, they call them not gangbuster, riot busters.
Mm-hmm. They actually have a frequency they can emit called the brown note. Are you familiar with the brown note?
Brown note?
Mm-hmm.
No, sir, but I'd love to check it out.
The brown note is a frequency that will make your bowels move.
Oh,
that's why it's called the brown note. It can literally shoot out a weapon and make you poop your pants. Y'all can look that up. The brown note. It's a frequency. It just makes your bowels erupt. There's a frequency to make anything happen. There it is.
The brown note is a hypothetical infrasonic frequency capable of causing by creating acoustic resonance in the human bowel. Considered an urban myth, the name is common color, blah, blah, blah. But no, I totally believe it because all of our all of our organs and our body even operate on a certain frequency. And a part of that was with Rockefeller. He geared all the music, and you're an engineer, you know better than I do. He geared all the music that plays on the radio, not independent, to operate at a certain frequency called, I think it's called the devil frequency or something weird like that.
Yeah, it's at 440 hertz right now.
I'm preaching to the.
Yeah, it says off of 432. We're supposed to be at 432. There's a lot of Mozart music that was tuned to 432. That's why it's good to play for babies and pregnancies. But
yes.
So
yes.
The entire music industry is out of tune by design.
Yeah, sad but true. Thank you. Okay. Also, predictive programming. And I don't know if it's Avengers or a bunch of Marvel movies, but Nick Fury is kind of like the captain of this ship. It's called a helicarrier.
Yep.
It can fly. It can, it can do a 360. It can go underwater. It can also turn invisible or look like a cloud.
Yeah, it has cloaking capabilities.
Thank you. Keep me honest. And again, this is predictive planning, programming, to give you an idea without causing public panic of, what the government is truly capable of. And it kind of goes into DARPA. DARPA was actually ARPA. There was no D. DARPA was from the 1950s when they created the internet. Yes, it was ARPA.net. They had the internet right after World War II. They created the internet and they called it ARPA. And then eventually we got DARPA. So, this is right after World War II. Of course, we're going to have helicarriers, and it probably were created by BMW or something like that. Comet 3I Atlas reaches perihelion today. This is what's the date on this? I can't see the date. Let's keep moving. Alien spaceship hypothesis to be tested once and for all. There is no evidence to support the idea that the interstellar object is anything but a comet, but let's double check. Of course, NASA's gone black on us. We haven't heard anything from them, but all of the talking heads, the pundits and scientists and the astronomers and the independies, they're all calling saying, hey, this looks like it could be some type of spaceship because of the weird movements. It has a tail. It doesn't have a tail. It goes forward. It goes backwards, change of direction, blah, blah, blah. And of course, I had a video about America talking about alien tech. Of course, you got to go to my YouTube channel to see that particular video. But just to let you know, hey, Crumb has a wild imagination. When we see the official People History Channel and the government start talking about it, then it takes away from the possibility of being conjecture, rumor, or, tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. When the government says it, it's, you got to believe it. And the videos that I'm playing, they're not even like from 2025. They're all old. Because this technology is old, this thing has been in the works. They write history 10 years before it happens. But let's go into this whole alien situation. Because remember, none of us have seen an alien. We've only seen this advanced technology. There was never any talk of aliens before Aleister Crowley. Nobody talked about aliens prior to Aleister Crowley. When Aleister Crowley came on the scene, he brought the idea of aliens, and people started really running with it. Remember, America doesn't really start talking about aliens, space, or anything until after Roswell. After Roswell, we coined the phrase science fiction. The whole idea of science fiction is a government psyop. Science fiction is a genre created to keep you from believing, from even considering the reality of what we're dealing with. So anyway, so when Aleister Crowley told you about aliens, Aleister Crowley was not dealing with aliens, but rather spirits or demons. Now, for anybody who wants to get spooky on me, because obviously I don't believe in any of that stuff, a demon is a guardian angel. Y'all gonna have to cope. Y'all gonna have to cope with that. I think, what does the Bible say? My people shall perish for the lack of knowledge. Listen, not reading was a condition of slavery, and it's still kicking Black people's butt to this day. We don't know the words. Refrigerator, moat control, all types of goofy stuff. So yeah, a demon by definition is a guardian angel. It is what it is. So now when this guy tells you about these grays, these channeled spirits, and this is his quote, today they call them angels and demons. Tomorrow you will call them something else. We're at tomorrow now. And tomorrow we call them aliens. We don't call them spirits or demons no more. But listen, God was talking, well, Jesus, when he came, he was talking like an alien. When they asked God, where you from? Or Jesus like, yeah, I'm from up there. You from down here. Bro, what you mean when you say you from up there? Like, you, I don't know, just sound like E.T. a little bit. So let's get to our Project Bluebeam. They're going to use your belief systems against you, as Christians are known for being easily deceived. Remember, Christianity is a belief system, meaning we don't go off facts, we don't go off evidence, we go off how we feel. And feelings change, and they're going to take advantage of your feelings. Christians are the easiest group of people to deceive because they don't require facts. Remember, there are no dates in the Bible. It's just a thing. Crumb, you're being hard on the people. No. Crumb, you just got a problem with Christians. Nah, really, I don't. Brother, did you know that the government was going to fake coming to Christ to overthrow Cuba? They were going to do a Project Bluebeam and play on their Catholic religion in order to cripple the government. Did you know about that?
No, I thought they were still planning that. I didn't know did they actually do it?
No. It was just something in the plans. Okay. The guy who said we're not going to do it, they unalived him on TV.
Oh, wow.
His name is John F. Kennedy.
Oh, damn.
They brought it to Kennedy, Operation Northwood. Kennedy said, "No, we're not going to do it." Oh, we're not going to do it? Okay, bang, bang. I'm sure you've seen the video.
Yeah.
So we saw how that ended. But let me just read what Skynet says. The idea of a fake coming of Christ to prompt an uprising in Cuba was real, albeit bizarre. And it's not really bizarre. Christians are gullible. Listen, my grandma said, if you find an ass, ride it. If these people are going to drink the Kool-Aid, serve them Kool-Aid. Do you know what I mean when I say drink the Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Okay. Unlaunched proposal by the U.S. CIA in the 1960s. The plan, reportedly concocted by the Air Force Brigade or Brigadier General Edward G. Somebody, was a part of efforts to overthrow Fidel Castro, involved a psychological warfare operation. I don't know if people understand the word psyop. Psyop is a psychological, that's where the psi comes from, warfare operation. Op is operation, psi is psychological. They were going to do an official psyop. This is Skynet. Everybody named Mama knows this. This is old news. The details revealed by the CIA agent's testimony to the 1975 Churchill Committee investigation included spreading rumors among the predominantly Catholic Cuban populace that Castro was the Antichrist, staging a false second coming of Jesus Christ using a U.S. submarine. The submarine would surface off the coast of Cuba and fire star shells into the sky to create a visual manifestation, while a broadcast from a loudspeaker would urge Cubans to overthrow the government. This is Jesus. Go unalive Castro. I got to be honest with you, brother. I know a lot of black people. God told me to tell you. Has a Christian ever said, God told me to tell you, brother?
No, but if they did, I would obviously just take it metaphorically.
Bro, it is so annoying. Listening audience, if a Christian has ever told you, God told me to tell you, please press 111. Because I heard it all my life. If you're a black Christian, you've heard it all your life. God told me to tell you. Listen, you and God need to shut up. If God got something to tell me, why don't he just come tell me? Why would he use you? Because you're the biggest goofy out here. You don't even read your Bible or listen to God. Won't you just out here hoeing around, talking about God's son said something? Just leave me alone. But yet and still, in the black community, it's a big thing. A Negro will tell you in a heartbeat, God told me to tell you. Okay, listen, y'all be drinking that Kool-Aid, so I don't care what you or your imaginary God said. The God ain't never said nothing to me. So it's just weird to me. Anyway, I had another video. You got to go to my YouTube channel to see it. But the alien technology, they've already confirmed it. Well, I'm sorry, Roswell alien technology. After Roswell, we started to reverse engineer whatever happened out there in the desert. And, you know, AI doesn't stand for artificial intelligence. AI stands for alien intelligence. But if you say that to the average person, they're not going to take it so well and blah, blah, blah. People are spooky. It's a thing.
Yeah, some say our phone technology is alien.
Yeah, come on. Talk black to me. Vatican said, if something sketchy does happen, we'll confirm if it's real, if it's a real rapture. So right here it says, according to an article written on May 19th, 2024, on the new Vatican norms of the discernment of supernatural phenomena. It's almost like the people at the top already know about Project Bluebeam, and they're preparing you for when they're going to give you the, okay, guys, it's really Jesus. You can do whatever he says. The big takeaway from the new DDF document appeared to be that there is no longer any official proposal for belief, that there is a new way, that there are new ways to skin the supernatural cat, and that the Vatican is in charge of all of it. If there is a Project Bluebeam, just don't worry about it. Just lean on the Pope. He'll tell you if it's real or not. If it's Project Bluebeam, he'll say, don't worry about it. If it's really Jesus saying, unalive Castro, then you can go unalive Castro. I feel, and just for anybody who doesn't know what drinking the Kool-Aid means, Jim Jones, and I know, you're thinking the rapper. Jim Jones is not a rapper. Jim Jones is a preacher. Jim Jones was a preacher, and he had a predominantly 75% black people went to his church. Jim Jones, who had a 75% predominantly black congregation, took their goofy religious butts to South America and made them drink poison. And in the name of Jesus, they all drank poison. And of course, they died and we ain't seen them since. But hey, listen, religion is a very dangerous thing, and people believe anything, and you can easily sway them based off their religion if you got a silk tongue. AI overview. Yes, some Christians believe the rapture would happen in September 2025, specifically around the 23rd and 24th. I got a lot of Christians in my family, so, they be sending me these little messages and these little TikToks and saying they're going to pray for me. And you already know how I get down. Shut up. Don't pray for me. But anyway, brother, did you hear any of these Christians almost last month talking about there was going to be a rapture on the 23rd, 24th?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
What did you think about that?
I mean, I knew that it wasn't going to happen. I knew it doesn't work like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm coming from an esoteric understanding of the Bible. So most of the people that are really like hardcore Christians are coming from the exoteric. You know what I mean? Where it's a lot more literal. So right. I wasn't, falling for that at all. But, I didn't say anything.
Right. Me neither. I just, listen, believe what you want. We already know the most gullible people are going to be the Christians. It's just, they believe anything because the belief system doesn't require proof. Somebody said, Crumb, prove it. I said, Christians are not allowed to ask me to prove anything because Christians don't require proof. It's a belief system. Now, the Bible, I'm not even a Christian, but I know the Bible. The Bible says man knows not the day nor the time. But listen, we don't read the Bible. So, what does that matter, right? That's what it says. This was all based on the claims of a South African preacher. Now, this is the thing about black people, brother. I know you don't necessarily know. Black people in America, we're not rap too tight, but the worst black people in religion is them Africans. Those Africans, they be taking religion to the next level. And, I be seeing some of them on TikTok and Facebook, and sometimes they'll go viral for just ridiculous stuff. Like these African preachers, Joel Osteen, TD Faqx, ain't got nothing on them. It's really goofy in Africa. You think Christianity is bad in America? Wait till you go to Africa. They be doing weird stuff. It's just like, so this African preacher, let me see what his name is. Pastor Porkchop. So Pastor Porkchop said he had a dream where Jesus told him the event would coincide with the Jewish holiday Rosh Hashanah. Well, listen, Pastor Porkchop and Reverend Chicken Wing, shut up. You sound stupid, in my personal opinion. And obviously, after September 24th, 23rd, 24th, my feedback to Reverend Chicken Wing, listen, stop with the "I have a dream" bull crap. It was cute when Martin Luther King said it. Now you just look goofy. Now it just looks like, like at what point do we stop taking these people seriously? That's my question.
Yo, but there was people that sold all of their belongings, quit their job. Like some people really believed in that happening.
Religion is very, when you're dealing with Christians, they're the easy. You think the government doesn't recognize that the Christians are the easiest group to fool? Listen, the government knows. They know, and that's why they're going to use it against you. I'm not going to be no goofy Christian and, get taken advantage of. We grown out here. I don't pray to God for my rent to get paid. I go work my job. Mm-hmm. Crazy, right? We're just going to just pray. No, I'm not going to pray. I'm going to go and work a job. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to do what I have to do. It's called being an adult. I'm not praying. I'm tired of praying. I'm tired of marching. How about we go out here and do something? Because now it just sounds like the family being lazy. The prediction gained significant traction on social media platforms like TikTok, where the hashtag #RaptureTalk hashtag was used to share the prophecy. Well, that turned out to be a lie. It turned out to be some quack who was either making, I don't think he even had a dream. I'm sure he got rich off of this. I'm sure. You think the Vatican don't see it? They do. Vatican to hold press conference on apparitions and other supernatural phenomena. The Vatican is set to hold a press conference announcing updated church doctrines on apparitions and other supernatural phenomena on Friday, May 17th, 2024. This is just last year. This is not like a long time ago. They know they know Christians are going to believe anything, and now they want to get in front of it. Hey, don't be believing anything on TikTok, or don't believe Pastor Porkchop and Reverend Chicken Wing. Believe the Pope. Brother,
yeah,
what if I?
It's all Matrix. I mean, you really can't believe anything that's public. Do you know what I mean? CNN, New York, no matter what media it is, it's like all of it is sus.
Right. But Christianity is a belief system that requires no facts, no proof. You just have to believe. And with that said, I'm going to take advantage of you. If you believe this, then I've got some oceanfront property in Colorado to sell you.
Yeah.
What if I told you the word rapture is not even in the Bible? I am so tired of these people.
Wow.
Christians don't even read the Bible. That's why I don't even really pay attention to them anymore. I know so many Christians, who swear out the prophecy and God told me to tell you, and they can't even read the Bible. They'll try to read the Bible. I've seen them try, but they can't even read and understand what they're reading. I was talking to a Christian. I said, give me some context on what you just read. I don't know, Shaggy.
Yeah.
The word rapture is not even in the Bible, but Christians don't read the Bible, so this is the perfect opportunity. Project Bluebeam, we're going to sell the idea of a rapture. I had a video where, I'm so tired of people talking about The Simpsons. Actually, go back to the Boondocks. The Boondocks was making predictions. South Park was making predictions. I don't know why The Simpsons has a monopoly on predictions, but the Simpsons was the videos on my YouTube channel. But The Simpsons was playing to this whole crock of load. The Simpsons is trying to convince people that the rapture's coming, and The Simpsons made a prediction. It has to be true. Family, stop it. Just because you saw it on a cartoon doesn't verify it. It's goofy. It's still goofy, even if The Simpsons predicted it.
Yeah, because a lot of it's just the fact that truth is stranger than fiction. So if you're fictionally putting out a bunch of stories, you're gonna synchronistically have some correlations with truth, because there's a lot of stuff The Simpsons did that didn't happen. You know what I mean? But nobody talks about that. But if you're creating fiction and just creating random stuff, we live in a world that's just so crazy. It's gonna line up with some fiction.
Right. And I was telling somebody the art of telling a lie. If you tell a lie, it has to have some truth in it. If it doesn't, it's not a lie, it's a story. When I was a kid, we just made stuff up. And my grandma would say, stop telling stories. But as we got older, we would just lie. We knew the truth. We would manipulate the truth. Mm-hmm. All lies have truth in them. Mm. Stories are just made up from the mind. It has no truth in it. When we were kids, we just told stories. Stop telling stories. So an apparition, I don't want to talk over anybody's head. An apparition is basically a ghost, a super normal appearance of a dead person or animal. Apparitions are uncommon and usually are seen once. What was that? Something out of the corner of my eye. I'm not sure. Only a minority of apparitional experiences are visual. Most involve a sensing of a present. Man was high. Kiki was over there drunk and she thought she saw something. You're over there smoking the wacky tobacco and you're hearing things. And now, instead of just admitting that you're a junkie, it's God. No, bro, it's not God. It's the devil. No, it's not the devil. You just got a hell of an imagination. I think somebody said they seen Jesus in toast. They seen Jesus in a dog's butt.
Yeah.
Like Jesus in dog's butt. Mm-hmm. When does this become laughable? But the only problem that I have is, a lot of people are taking this serious.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what study it was, but it's the same thing. When your mind is focused on something, it'll look for it. I don't know if you ever played that game called Slug Bug. Whenever you're on a road trip and you're constantly looking for Volkswagens that are a bus, they call them a slug bug. And if it's a Volkswagen bug, they call it a bug. You know what I mean? So the game,
you don't punch back.
Right. The game is to find cars that have that that are like slug bugs, whatever. When your mind's looking for it, you're gonna find it. Do you know what I mean? So people who are constantly seeing the image, going through the image, they're gonna see it in other things because their mind's fixated on it.
So now, because when I was a kid, we called him. Well, I was a Jesus freak. When I was a kid, they called me a Jesus freak because, I was just over the top with it. And I was doing this just like God told me to tell you. And I would see Jesus in a dog's butt. And it's just a bunch of goofy Christian stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm past it now. We're grown. Santa's not real. Jesus not real. Mm-hmm. But people are still playing the game. And, I saw Jesus, the Project Bluebeam is going to be perfect for these people. Vatican to publish updated norms for investigating alleged apparitions. What's the chances? This is from May 2024. What's the chances that the Pope knows about Project Bluebeam? He knows about, because Cuba was Catholic. They were going to do a fake Catholic thing on Cuba. You think the Catholic Pope didn't know about that? That was a long time ago, in the 60s. Yeah. So now here we are in 2024. He already know. I don't even think the Pope believe in God himself, but I don't want to disrespect nobody's religion more than I already have. Please forgive me. Charge it to my mind, not my heart. I'm going to hell in everybody's religion.
Hmm.
Three-Eye Atlas comet hurtling toward solar system, much bigger than previously thought, astronomers say. And the subtitle, Three-Eye Atlas likely weighs more than 33 billion tons. How do you guys know that? This is not NASA talking. These are just, the guy in a backyard with a telescope. With that said, 33? I really hate to be the doubting Tom and negative Nancy.
No, you must be the doubting Tom. That's your job. That's your duty, is to be critical of all information. The biggest suspect in this article is that blue text right there where it says by Julio something.
Right.
Because that's the dude that wrote all this. And that's the dude that's connected to whatever agenda this is part of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even think these astronomers say all that stuff. Like, I don't believe any of that. But whoever wrote this article is being paid to write this article and put this together.
33 billion tons. And he publishes the article at 4:33 p.m. It just seems like a Masonic psyop. Maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid myself and, conspiracy theory crumb where everything's a conspiracy. But when these guys push this whole 33 narrative, I can't help but to think of some Masonic goofy mind trick, Jedi mind trick from the Masons.
Yeah.
Freemasons.
Well, so technically they're doing that not just to signal necessarily, but there is truth to it. So when you do things in terms of 3, 6, and 9, according to Tesla, it has more rhythm. You're in sync more with the universe, quote unquote. Like, I'll even set my alarm to, if I have to wake up at 4:30, I'll set it for 4:33. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean
Right.
I'm like Masonic or anything. I'm just following these sequences of the universe that, the Masonic know about this stuff. The Illuminati, they know about all that stuff. And they're just working in sync with it. So there is, because a 33 is just a perfect third. Do you know what I'm saying? 66 is 2 perfect thirds. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't make them evil, doesn't make them bad per se. There's even stuff, we can talk about 666 also being, metaphysical and stuff like that. There is truth to it, but it's not as scary as it seems. We got 33 bones in the vertebrae. There's a lot of correlation with, human body. I can go on and on, but I can see why they would do that. It just means that they know.
Well, maybe, or maybe this is a dog whistle. It's a silent call to the people that are going to get creeped out, and they're now playing to your the sum of all fears. Remember when Cash Patel claimed that there was a 33-hour suspect catcher ties to the agenda? What, 33? Okay, I think, I'm sorry, that was that was during the Charlie Kirk shooting. 33 hours, a timeline of Charlie Kirk shooting in a search for blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, okay, I got you. They just kind of throw these things out there because they're, it's a psyop and they know how to press our buttons. If we say 33, they're going to react a certain type of way because they see us, over here with the numbers, and they're taking advantage or playing to whatever they think will appeal to us. How can we get them to drink the Kool-Aid? Well, if you throw the number 33 in there, and in addition to that, there's a Galactic Federation contract with Earth that we must tell the truth. Now, how we do that is another thing, but we have to tell it. So a lot of times they're trying to tell you something without telling you something. I digress.
Yeah, I agree.
In December, interstellar comet 3I Atlas will make its closest path to Earth, reaching a distance of approximately 1.8 astronomical units, or about 170 million miles, around December 19th. What do you think about December 19th being the day it's going to be closest to Earth?
Yeah, I'm sorry, say again.
What do you think about them choosing December 19th to be the day it's going to be closest to Earth?
Not sure. Usually I jump straight to astrology or something like that, but I don't really see a correlation right there. I mean, you do get close to the solstice, So they chose 3 days before the solstice.
December 19th is the shortest day of the year.
There you go.
Not only is it the shortest day of the year, because this thing just came from behind the sun, according to them. Obviously, NASA hasn't said anything about it. No one has. There hasn't been any official narrative. It's just been a lot of grassroots conversation. So December 19th is the shortest day of the year, and then the sun dies for 3 days.
Yep.
It dies on the 20th, the 21st, the 23rd. Sun is, it's called a sun stand still moment.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, when the biblical son, Jesus, dies on the cross,
Mm-hmm.
he dies and he rises on the third day.
Yep.
Well, according in real life, the sun, the 19th is the shortest day of the year, and then the sun dies for 3 days. It barely rises above the horizon. And then after that is to be reborn, which is falling almost perfectly in line with Saturnalia.
Well, that's exactly what it is. That's Christmas. That's the Christ Mass. That's Jesus being quote unquote born because the sun has now risen. And that cross is the cross of the zodiac. Boom, because that is the end of Sagittarius, which the nail of the arrow is the nail on the cross. And then there's that cross, and then boom, now you're in Capricorn. Jesus, quote unquote, the Son of God, is born.
Sure. And Jesus is really the devil. That's why it's a goat. But anyway.
Well, he's a goat when he's in Capricorn, because Capricorn is the goat. So he shifts.
Well, and the Bible said he's the morning star, and
right.
That's the star of Lucifer.
Right. So technically, and I now that we're going here, technically that morning star is Venus. So
right, but not in the Bible.
Right. Well, yeah, the Bible's not telling you that, but when you look into it esoterically, you've got Venus as Lucifer morning star. And then so Venus comes out because when you wake up in the morning, you can see Venus. Boom, there she is. It's Lucy technically. You know, the TV show has a dude, but she's really a woman. She's female, and you see Venus in the sky. She is a falling angle. Angle is angel. That falling angle of Venus, which is Lucifer morning star, she is right there, and she's falling down to earth. But every day she gets defeated because Jesus comes and outshines her. So according to the Bible,
Jesus is the morning star.
It's been interpreted as that, yeah. But when it's like
no. I'm talking about literal scripture.
Yeah, there's exoteric and esoteric. So in the exoteric, it seems that Jesus is the morning star. Once you go into the esoteric, then you're like, oh well, Venus is Lucifer, because also Venus has a orbit pattern that is the pentagram.
Mm-hmm.
It's deep. So we're both right. You're correct, and I'm correct. It's just there's so many interpretations happening at once.
Right.
It's like also like saying about how the Bible says Jesus walks on water. And then when you look into it esoterically, it's just the sun reflecting off the ocean.
Right.
So both are correct.
That morning star. That morning star is attributed to Lucifer, who is Jesus, according to the scripture. If I talk to grandma ain't trying to hear nothing about anything outside of what the Bible say.
Yeah, exactly.
But nonetheless,
both interpretations exist.
Yeah, and I don't even I don't drink the Kool-Aid, so I'm not going with the Jesus thing at all. On a personal level, I'm not even. I don't make the news. I just report it.
Yeah, I see it as a science book that they had to make it sound interesting. So rather than passing down science, they applied all of these figures and things to make it digestible, especially for kids. And then when you get older, you're supposed to research it and everything like that. That's a whole other topic. I don't want to derail.
No. Anything. I think that was pretty still in line.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the country, our country living now is a Christian country,
mm-hmm.
and they're going to take the Bible at face value, and that's fine, no problem. But yeah, NASA has verified that the comet possesses no threat and is on a hyperbolic orbit, meaning it'll continue its journey out of the solar system. Scientists are also tracking the comet as it becomes more visible to telescopes after moving away from the sun's glare in mid to late November. Again, this isn't NASA reporting this. This is the average guy with a telescope in the backyard, and he just has he just looks at the sky all night. He's a stargazer. And Atlas is one of the biggest unofficial stargazers out there. And they acknowledge the one eye, the two eye, and now we're at the three eye. And for the fact that it is three eye, to your point, they're calling it three eye. It's a little bit esoteric for me. Not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I think they're playing to that side of it as well. There's clearly the 33, the three eye. They know that the average tinfoil hat person like yourself and me, I'm not necessarily a Christian. I don't look at it from that way. I just understand most people do. Now, for you and me, yeah, I look at it more so the way you said it than the Bible. But this is not about me. Anyway, that's where we're at. Three Eye Atlas, Project Bluebeam. It's going to be with a directed energy weapon. Am I going to be out there to get beamed up? Nah, not me. But I'm sure a lot of people, who believe in Jesus and they really go hard and they pray every day. And God told me to tell you, and they believe in the rapture, but it's not scripture or anything. They're going to drink the Kool-Aid. They've done it before. They're going to do it again. I can guarantee. So we're just kind of waiting and seeing. December 19th. Is this going to be another Pastor Pork Chop, Reverend Chicken Wing situation? I don't know. I'm not falling for it. I don't trust anything they say. I know a lot of people, they have a lot of belief. I'm not one of those people. I don't believe nothing. You're going to have to, I'm doubting Tom. You're going to have to let me poke you through the hole. Jesus going to have to Jesus going to have to send me a text message. Hey, listen, you're busy. I'm about to call. Hey, Jesus, what's going on? He's going to have to call. Ain't going to be no Jesus told me to tell you. That's just me, bro. But maybe I'm just going to hell and I don't believe enough and I don't fast enough or whatever I need to do to get into heaven. But that's where I'm at. What say ye?
I mean, you're correct. Every time they predict a date or say something's going to happen on this date or that date, that's when it's not going to be, for real. Because when have they ever been correct about anything being on certain day? There's people who go on tour and their show gets canceled. Like they can't even predict that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't take it at face value, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
If they drop any kind of major, false flag on that day, there might be some correlation. But they usually drop false flags in September.
Winston Churchill said, never waste a good tragedy. So just to make sure that it's not just me, I Googled it. Is Three Eye Atlas trending? According to Skynet, yeah. The comet Three Eye Atlas is currently trending due to its recent close approach to the sun and its unexpected visibility from Earth in December of 2025. According to this Skynet, this is trending. It's not like, oh, well, Crumb is a tinfoil hat person and this is kind of the nerdy thing he's into. Like, no.
I mean, people are going to say what they're going to say. It shouldn't stop you. Do you know what I mean? Because you're sharing good information that, is critical thinking.
Yeah. But I mean, I was just pointing out that, MSNBC, Fox News, DIY, they got a whole website dedicated to it. IFL Science. This is Indian news.
So the question is, what are they distracting us from? What distraction is this for?
Or what false flag are they preparing us for?
Yeah.
They're trying to CNN, the News International, Jorgen Josh, Amazon. Dang, Amazon talking about it. It's one of the biggest trending things, and everybody's talking about it. And I believe, on a personal level, They're just setting us up for another psyop, and they're going to gear towards the easiest and most vulnerable community. The Christian community is in America the easiest, the most vulnerable, the most gullible, and if they are planning something, a good number of people are going to, if they see something in the sky and they hear a voice, the God told me to tell you, they see something in the sky and they hear a voice telling them to jump off a cliff, most Christians are going to do it because they believe in the rapture and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. We're going to have to do our own research. We're going to have to let go of the belief system. We're going to have to think for ourselves and stop listening to the God in the sky. God gave you a brain for a reason, for you to think for yourself. If God didn't want you to think for yourself, why would he give you a brain? I mean, I don't believe that God is even real, but if he is, then what is the point of us having a brain if he's going to do the thinking? Nah, bro, you gave me a brain, I'm going to use it. If that's going to send me to hell, so be it.
Well, he is experiencing life through all of us, apparently. Do you know what I mean? So this is his way of experiencing life through each one of our souls. You know what I mean? We're just here as separate souls to transcend. But what's interesting is that, with all of the holographic technology and AI has advanced so much, there's already been reports of them using some type of Project Bluebeam. If you look up, have you seen the floating city in China?
No, sir.
So if you look up floating city in China, they actually have footage of a city in the sky, in the clouds. And I think that this is their way of testing. China be testing things out, testing some of the holographic technology, testing out some, you know what I mean? And they might just start off with a city. Like, let's just put something up there, see how it looks. You know what I mean? And if you look at the images, you'll see, and the video, is a floating city in the sky. And I think this is their way of testing exactly what you're talking about. Because AI is doing some crazy things now. Like you watch a video on Instagram and you can't even tell, is this real? I mean, you could tell eventually that it's AI, but there's so much stuff. Like, it's the realism of humans and everything is so well done that I think they feel like they're ready. Like, okay, if we can make these fake videos of real people on Instagram, on videos, we can project that type of realism in the sky now.
Right.
It would be a weird thing to like have an actor pretend to do certain things, but with AI, you don't need actors anymore. You just type in the right prompt, set up your projection device, have it say whatever you wanted to say. What I don't know yet is the capacity of their projection. How large can the projection go? Is it only seen from a certain angle? Can only people in the Northwest see that angle of that projection? How high in the sky can it go? And then the next thing would be projecting their audio. Are they going to bounce the sound waves off the atmosphere? Are they going to have a giant speaker somewhere to project the audio? So that type of details is exactly what I'm thinking of. Project Bluebeam, I think, is possible. I think it's been possible already to do projections in the sky. You set up the right skylights and you can have a still image easily. And if you have one of those skylights projecting the same type of thing, we all know how holograms work. It's several projectors. But if you've seen holograms, that projection can only be seen at a certain angle. We've seen how they did it with Tupac. That was cool, right? But if you're sitting on the side of the stage, what are you seeing? Are you seeing the profile of Tupac? Or are you seeing the same projection happening? Because what type of projection are they able to do? It seems like it would only be perceived from one angle. You're not going to see a 3D projection. So the back of them, the side of them, the front of them, the corner of them, you're not going to see every angle because it's a projection. So from what I understand, and I could be wrong now because they've advanced so much, is that when you project something in the sky or anywhere as a hologram, it's meant to it's meant to be perceived by one angle only. It looks like it's 3D, but if you're off to the side of it, you're not getting the full experience because the projectors need to be at a certain distance from each other for the subject watching. You know what I'm saying?
The video I played on my channel, the CIA agent had spoke about that, and he said it is a 3D image, and he got right up on it to where he could lift his arm and touch it. And he did say, you know, he could see it as a 3D image. Now I don't think he said he moved, but he said if that 3D image is high enough in the sky, who's to tell? I was also going to ask, brother, have you seen the movie Spider-Man: Far From Home?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
That was Project Bluebeam.
That was, and they used those drone projectors.
The drone projector. And same thing China's using.
China's got a bunch of drones. Like they be doing all kinds of stuff with what's up with China messing with all this stuff? They have all these drones that they can do entire sky shows with.
Right.
I haven't even seen that at Disney World that we have in America. Yet. You know, but China's already on it. And it's full on, like they can make dragons in the sky and everything. And they're all just a bunch of drones moving like bees.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
You know, and I think bees is the perfect word. Now that I think about it, yeah, they're acting in sequence, you know, like bees. Because, you know, it's an interesting thing you say that. Do you know what a male bee is called?
A male bee? No.
A male bee is called a drone. Let's see if that's true.
Wow.
So when you said bees, I'm like, he got it. He got it.
Because they can hover, they can strafe, they can move down and up.
Ride the whole beeline and all types of interesting movements. And I think the bumblebee defies gravity or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when you said bee, I'm like, oh man, the bee is a drone. He hit the nail on the head.
Hey.
You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's basically where I'm at. These days, I'm kind of getting into the whole, you know, the 21st century. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, but I've been talking about transhumanism. Bill Gates is a transhumanist. I think the last video I did over here, I tried to tell the family about transhumanism. Bill Gates is a transhumanist. Elon Musk is a transhumanist. Epstein was a transhumanist, is a transhumanist. Who knows?
I know, right? He might be still alive.
Yeah. But, you know, the whole Project Bluebeam, the 3-Eye Atlas, the transhumanism, because, you know, Musk is going to try to chip everybody. I've been covering all of these things on my channel, getting deeper and deeper and deeper into whatever they're trying to do, because I guarantee you they're going to try to convince us to move in a way where when these smart cities and all these extra things come, you know, they're going to chip us to keep some type of power over us so that we do get some type of X-Men, you know, added sense, a seventh sense. So women already have a sixth sense. You know, women get a seventh sense or whatever the case may be. They're going to try to make sure to keep us in check, just like in the movie, the cartoon X-Men.
Mm. Well, you know, they're building a smart city over here, California. Just so happened to be right where they had all those buildings go on fire. That whole area on fire that went on, that burned up, surprisingly, but except for the blue buildings.
You know what? You don't miss.
Yeah. That whole area got burned off, man. It's sad because that was a bunch of rich homes, and they just wiped it out. Boom, and now, okay, smart city. Oh, like, wait, already y'all decided to do a smart city? What about rebuilding? Like who decided this? Like, they made that decision so fast. It's as if though it was part of the plan.
And I remember when everybody said, well, number one, I just did a video on that. So about Jamaica. What we're seeing is all of these. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Link is in the description for those watching You can check out CrumbTV on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Check out the description for the links.
Thank you. So yeah, wait, hold on 2 seconds. What email is that PowerPoint under? For Melissa, Hurricane Melissa with Jamaica. CrumbTV network. Okay. Yeah, I'm I'm gonna pull that part up right now because they tried to talk so much crap. Here it is. I'm gonna show it to you right now. They talk so much crap about people like you and me. Oh, you guys are drinking the Kool-Aid and this and this and that and blah blah blah. So I don't know if you remember or you caught it, but Bill Gates just came out, and I had a video too. But Bill Gates just came out and said there is no more global warming. Global warming is not real. He just came out and said that. So now, if global warming is not real, then what's going on? And I put DARPA, but I meant to put HARP. These are HARP weapons where they use.
Right there. Yeah, keep it. Stay there. Go back to that real quick. I'm sorry. You caught my attention with that one.
This one?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Damn. Okay. I had to take that in real quick.
Right. Thank you. Bill Gates, now that we found out that the climate change situation was a scam, he came up here and said, "Hey, yeah, there is no such thing as climate change in terms of being an extinction level event. What if I told you the climate just changes? It's a thing." But anyway, climate change will continue to strike attractive locations that the state wishes to purchase at a discount, warned scientists.
Boom.
So everybody talked crap about us. When we said, hold on, give me a second. I want to fast forward to California. Obviously, this is about Jamaica, but the same thing that happened to Jamaica was the same thing happened to Hawaii, was the same thing happened to California, was the same thing is about to happen to Nigeria. I think, Kenya, excuse me, Kenya. LA wildfires deliberately started to turn Los Angeles into smart city by 2028. As Los Angeles battles wildfires, a conspiracy theory, now at this point, it was a conspiracy theory. Now it's not a conspiracy theory. A conspiracy theory claims that they were started for the Smart LA 2028 project. Social media posts link the fire to arson or a DEW, directed energy weapon, with the suspect arrested in the Palisades, facing life imprisonment if convicted. This guy who allegedly started the fires is going to disappear the same way both of those people who attempted to unalive the president, they disappeared. Brother, have you heard any updates about those two dudes who attempted to hurt the president of the United States?
I mean, no, but then again, I'm not really like looking into it. Maybe if I looked into it, I could find something, but I haven't.
Well, I pay attention. And I'm sorry. I said that wrong. Not that you don't.
Yeah.
I'm on this thing like white on rice. I'm still waiting for the update on who these bad actors were, because I've seen them all in these BlackRock commercials. I've seen them in these Ukraine commercials.
Oh yeah, you're talking about crisis actors.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about that with, the Charlie situation too.
Yeah, absolutely. And this whole thing with this guy, the fall guy in the Palisades, is another one. He's going to disappear and we'll never hear about him again, except in these fringe corners of the internet where we have these tinfoil hat conversations, unfortunately. So after they said that, as soon as they said it was a conspiracy theory, City of Los Angeles says Smart LA 2028. Ain't that a coinky dink?
Damn.
No more conspiracy theory, huh?
That's where I live too, man. This is crazy.
Right. Oh, an Uber driver did this? Yeah, I hear you. So now, this is fact check. Los Angeles fires spark smart city conspiracy theories. It's not a conspiracy. Yesterday, oh, Crumb, it's not real. You're right. It's not real until it is.
Mm-hmm.
California bill to let LA buy fire destroyed lots for low income housing. They're going to give those people modular homes, some cute little modular homes out of the way. They're not going to give you what you had or anything better. That's an unfortunate fact. Because that was the same thing they did in Hawaii. When they burnt down them people's houses, they gave them modular homes that looked like looked like Skittles gave you FEMA camp trailer park.
Yeah.
This is the FEMA camp colorful which one do you want to stay in? Do you want to taste the rainbow? And then the whole PR thing, they put a whole rainbow over it. This is a trailer park. Let's be clear.
With a nice staircase.
With a cute little staircase. So now look at the date at the very bottom. August 1996? Brother, this is from the Air Force. And at the very top it says weather as a force multiplier. Owning the weather in 2025. They wrote this in 2020, and they wrote it in 1996. And the U.S. Air Force said they were going to own the weather in 2025. Now we're in 2025, and now it's a conspiracy theory.
Not only do they own the weather, it's AI controlled. They have a chat GPT for it. They'd be like, they would set up a prompt. Let's do an earthquake on this date at this magnitude. With the epicenter around this location. Done. It's a prompt. Everything is AI prompted now. They just type it in.
And if you look, anybody, why has the U.S. patented these weather controlling machines? This is just weird to me. And Crumb, they can't control the weather.
They've been.
Go to Dubai. I'm being facetious, obviously. Go to Dubai. In an article, what is cloud seeding? Toronto, Dubai rain sparks questions about weather modification. Dubai makes it rain every Wednesday when it's convenient. They control the weather.
Yeah, they've been doing that.
They've been doing it.
We could have talked about this right when the podcast started. Absolutely. Like in 2019. Because it was already around back then too.
So then they come back. Why cloud seeding cannot make or control the weather. It's funny that you say that when they're actually doing it in Dubai. What a coinky dink, right?
Now wait, go back. Isn't that the same author?
Same girl.
See?
Same
it's
girl.
That Julia person. Right. That's the suspect right there. The person writing it is being paid.
She's a small hat. I don't want to get into the small hats tonight.
Yeah.
But she's a juicy.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's to control the narrative. It's to control the minds. Now, also check this out. I'm just throwing this in.
Please.
In China, they have their roofs painted blue. Did you know that?
They already, yes, and because they already know.
They already know. Why is China ahead of the game?
I gotta say, China is.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't miss.
I can look under a porcelain vase, under the bottom, made in China. How'd they make this? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
They have so much control over things.
Come on. China owns half of our debt anyway.
Damn, I remember that, yeah. Remember that big balloon that was flying all over? They called it a China spy cam.
Yeah, ain't that something?
Man. I mean, they already had TikTok. So they already in everybody's phones.
But you better teach.
I mean, even though it's going to be bought or something, or TikTok's being bought, it's too late. Like, China's in your phone. Anyway, proceed.
Well, I mean, just, to your point, they can control the weather.
Mm-hmm.
According to this article, I did this in my Jamaica. In this article, I'm not going to go to Jamaica thing. You can go to YouTube, my YouTube for that. But based off our conversation, why did article? This is 2023. Why did article say Scientists use these radio transmitters to create artificial auroras? Bruh.
Wow.
Why auroras are suddenly everywhere all at once? These people control the weather from the rooter to the tutor. I'm from the country, bear with me.
Wow.
But yeah, it's fact check, debunking weather modification claims. This is from NOAA. NOAA stands for, no, I'm sorry. This is from the National, NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Y'all better leave me alone. No one can, no one creates or steers hurricanes. Actually, they can create and steer hurricanes. They've got, let me just read a couple of these patents. Is that okay?
For sure.
1891 method of producing rainfall. 1905 means for producing high potential electrical discharge. 1913 rainmaker. 15 protecting from poisonous gas in warfare. 1918 process and apparatus for causing precipitation by coalescence of aqueous particles contained in the atmosphere. They're going to make it rain from pulling hydrogen out of, remember the things, water is H2O. They're going to pull hydrogen from out of the atmosphere and make water. 1918 again, process and I'm not reading this whole thing. You get the picture.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
But see, we've known about the chemtrails. And a lot of people think, oh, they're poisoning us. I mean, yeah, partially, but that's not the initial intent of the chemtrails. The chemtrail sprays are primarily to create that atmosphere of certain minerals so that they can control the weather better. Also block the sun. But with those ions, you're already on it. You already got the chemtrails right there.
The chemtrails, the HARP. I don't know if you heard about the SBX1, NextRad, geoengineering patents. There's a billion of them. And then they're going to say climate change with the air quotes. I don't want to hear no climate change with the air quotes. Climate change is real because it's controlled by you. You're changing the climate. Outside of that, this whole thing where, because Bill Gates just had to come. Let me see. Let me just look. This is breaking news. Did Bill Gates just recant on climate change? Because he said it was going to, destroy the world and it was a global catastrophe and blah, blah, blah. Did Bill Gates really say we don't need to address climate change? This is according to CBC.com.
They got new plans now.
Because they got it, bro.
They got new plans now. So they're just like, okay, let's change plans. We're going to switch it up a little bit.
They make the rules as they go.
Yeah. See what's working, see what's not working.
Thank you. Let me see, can I scare them with climate change? Nobody drinks the Kool-Aid? All right, well, because remember, they're playing chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
So, they'll make the rules as they go, and they'll change it at a drop of a hat, and they'll never apologize. And somebody owes their conspiracy theorist friend an apology. Whoever was drinking the Bill Gates Kool-Aid owes their friends an apology. I'm sorry, not their friends, their conspiracy theory friend.
Yeah.
Your conspiracy theory friends told you Bill Gates is full of it, climate change is fake, and that it's not some global extinction level event.
Yeah.
The weather changes. It's a thing. Let it go. And he's sitting here, he already told you it's about 7 billion people on Earth. And if we do a good job, we can bring that down about 10, 15%.
If we do a good job on vaccines.
I don't think
he's trying to go in. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jab.
Yeah, the jab. It's too late now. He said it. I was just reading what he said, though. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But damn. So he's trying to go in from the inside.
It's scary when you kind of say it like that. Yeah, he's trying to, the old banana in the tailpipe, if anybody knows what that means.
You're not going to fall for the banana tailpipe?
You terrible.
Not everybody remembers that. That's some old Beverly Hills Cop right there.
Right.
But he is really pushing the whole fake meat thing too. I don't mean to go into the dietary world, but
Nah, he is. Yeah.
he's really trying to push the fake meat. He don't want us eating grass-fed finished ribeyes and stuff like that, and pasture-raised eggs. Too healthy.
Bill Gates' fake meat is a total failure.
He wants us to have polyunsaturated fats with linoleic acid covered in soy and freaking cotton. No, it was seed oils.
Yeah, just like he failed horribly with the whole fake climate change psyop, he failed horribly with the whole fake meat psyop. Bill Gates' fake meat company almost worthless after stock plunges.
Yeah.
That's just one. Bill Gates' fake meat company faces bankruptcy. Bill Gates' fake meat company files for bankruptcy. The fake meat thing, listen, you tried that. You really tried it.
See, but that's a win for the people. We have to we have to take that credit as people who did critical thinking and knew better. Like we're not as much of an idiocracy movie as we thought.
Oh, you teaching.
Because if we had continued down that road and that stock started going up and more people started to eat fake meat and Beyond Meat and all that trash,
right.
If that was still popular, then we'd be headed towards a more idiocracy.
Come on.
But the fact that people have been, gaining the knowledge, learning more. I mean, just shout out to the vegans out there. Nothing against y'all. Y'all are cool. But the people who follow the processed food, fake meat world, you know what I'm saying? And started eating the fake stuff, which is even more processed and full of carcinogens and all that stuff. That stuff is intentionally made to weaken people, mess up their fertility, lower the libido of men, lower, and we as men are already under attack. They're trying to lower our testosterone as much as possible so that we can be better controlled.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can go on and on, but I'm gonna cap it there.
Well, yeah, I rest my case as well. Yeah, I'm grateful for the conversation, for the family. Hopefully, I wasn't too harsh on anybody in terms of their religion. I just really don't want us to fall or get taken advantage of, because it happens too often. So hopefully, the family understands. This whole diatribe has been in love and in the efforts to jar the people to say, hey, let me just kind of stay woke or maybe do a little research or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. But that's why the people appreciate you, man. This is why you're growing and all your channels are growing, is because you're bringing topics to the world that we need to see, whether people agree with it or not. The fact that you're bringing up the topics and people are able to have a discussion is what's priceless. The people's opinions that follow that is to their own discretion. But the topics need to be brought up. Okay, we've got a super chat here from Hybrid Cypher. He says, Extinction Level Event. Amazing Busta Rhymes album. Oh.
Yeah, that was a big album too. I ain't gonna lie to nobody.
Yep. Shout out to Hybrid Cypher.
Shout out to him.
Someone else in the chat said that Bill Gates owns the most farmland.
Yeah.
And that's scary because that means he can be messing with the meat. Even though we think we're eating healthy, he still might have, some kind of control in there. Someone else said, Nomi Black says, McCannibals, 1 order of the Big Mac and 2 McRibs with extra sauce. Back in the day, McDonald's was not that bad. But today, it's sus.
He said McCannibals.
Yeah. And I was always saying, like, McDonald's is not the worst. Jack in the Box is even worse, or because, if you order a beef patty, you're actually getting some chicken in there and it's soy. Taco Bell's horrible. All this, like, there's worse than McDonald's, But once I found out that McDonald's owns a company called 100% Beef. So when they say made by 100% beef, we think, oh, it's made by 100% beef. No, that's the name of the company.
Right.
So once I found that out, I'm like, yo, that's a trick. You know what I'm saying? That's like owning a company called Grass Fed, which might exist. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then they
Well,
could just sell burgers and say, "Hey, make this grass-fed burgers, grass-fed."
Yeah.
Oh, I know they're
That's-
grass-fed. That's cool. No, that's the name of the company.
I think
Go ahead.
it's almost like having a company called the Federal Reserve, and it's no more federal than FedEx.
Ooh. You dropped the bomb right there. That's a good one. You're right. Like, oh, that reserve is federal.
Right. Ain't
That's a
nothing
federal?
federal about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the power of corporations. They can create these entities that trick you
Mm-hmm.
just in the name alone. That's crazy. It's like Best Buy. You don't know if that TV is the Best Buy.
I'll tell you another one.
It said it's Best Buy. Oh, don't get no better than this. It's the Best Buy. No, that's the name of the company.
It's like the cleaning solution, Pine Sol. Pine Sol don't have no pine in it.
Oh, damn.
It's like ginger ale. Ginger
I heard
ale
that.
ain't got no ginger in it.
I heard that. People are like, oh, get a ginger ale. No, there's no ginger in there. That's crazy.
So there you go. 100% meat. I'm sorry. What was the company's name again?
100% beef.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the company. It doesn't mean that the meat is 100%. Ah, man. You got to make your own burgers.
Right. Oh my God.
If it's expensive as hell at the market, it's probably the real deal. You know, because the good stuff, it's high price.
Yeah. You know, and what you said really, warmed my heart. For the family, it's not whether you believe it or not. That's not the point. Nobody's selling anything. We're not here to make you, convince you or to sway you. We're just here to make you think. We're going to put the conversation out there and do with you will. I was told, not to be too cheeky about it, but how do you take the information? It's like the meat, not the fake meat. It's like the meat. Eat the meat, throw away the bone. In other words, if it don't apply, let it fly. But if it's something worth value, then yeah, take it, grow with it, and do with it with you will. Hopefully, it makes you a better person. And I think from a reporting, because we are the reporters. We don't make the news; we just report it. And we have no agenda outside of being the truthers who just share the information. Goofies like me sit on the internet and do nothing but read, so that I can just be a town crier. That was dyslexia if you didn't catch that. Where I just kind of let the people know what's going on, and they'll do with it what they will. And I think that's what we're doing tonight. And I can't think of anything more responsible from a journalistic reporting point of view. Yeah. This is the information. Do as you will with it.
And you're doing the world a great service by doing that, because not everybody's going to have the time or even the will to even do that type of research, because a lot of us got jobs, and some people have kids they got to take care of, you know what I mean? So by you providing that service with CrumbTV, you're kind of like Morpheus, because you're showing the door, and then it's up to them if they want to walk through it.
Yeah, I've red pilled a couple people.
Oh, I'm sure it's more than a couple. If you're getting 1,000 new followers a day, you've got some crazy momentum going on. I'm definitely going to be able to create some clips just from this episode alone too.
I look forward to it. Okay. Well, I don't want to monopolize time. I know it's been a good 2 hours. I am humbled, I'm honored, and grateful. Let me just take a moment to put some respect on the Podcraft. I'm so glad you guys have tapped in. You could have been anywhere, but you're here with us. I want to give a shout out to AD. Yeah. The host with the most. He's really a good guy, very brilliant. Always a pleasure when we come together. And ultimately, my biggest shout out is going to have to go to Killah Priest. Killah Priest is the big brother who has given me the opportunity to speak before the family. He's given me a platform where most others haven't. And I know a lot of times I can come off, where people might not want to, oh my God, here comes him again, Debbie Downer and the negative Nancy or whatever the case may be, always, looking into the whatever, can't just let it go. So, it may be a little bit too much for people. So I'm glad that I do have a place where, I can speak and, not to say anybody has to agree, but just the opportunity that was given to me. I just want to say that I am grateful. Shout out to Killah Priest. He's one of the best rappers in the world, Craig, in the world. So I'm humbled, I'm honored, I'm grateful. And I just want to say thank you to everybody.
No doubt, man. We appreciate you. You're bringing in topics that we normally wouldn't even discuss. So that's cool. And even though there might be mixed views out there in the chat, like if they have more questions, they can research it, as they should, they can look into it further online, fact check for themselves if they even choose to,
Yeah,
so that's cool.
It's definitely your responsibility to make your own decisions. And it's actually a privilege as well. Some people don't think for themselves. That is the power. I think the angels, according to the Bible, they don't have the power or the gift of choice. And if you do believe in a type of thing like that, then I think from a human perspective, it is an honor for us to be able to make our own choices and think for ourselves. And I'm just grateful. I just want to give a shameless plug. I am on YouTube, CrumbTV. I'm on Fakebook, CrumbTV, and I'm on Instascam, Crumb_Snatcher_. Is that it? Crumb Snatcher? On Instagram?
Yeah.
Crumb Snatcher? Okay, yeah. So
yeah, look that up.
Yeah, just check me out. But I'm also on the Killah Priest Podcraft. Tap all the way in. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. We're gonna move on to the song promotion segment. You want to stick around for that?
I actually got a meeting. I'm 6 minutes late.
Gotcha.
But I will come back and hopefully soon, and we're on the 19th, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, we're gonna mark our check calendars for that. We'll see.
Peace and love, brother.
All right, man. Thanks again. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Peace. All right, there you have it. Master Student, CrumbTV. Y'all can check out the description for the links. You can follow Crumb online on whatever platform you choose. I'm not really on Facebook anymore, yo, because it's mostly like people from high school and family. You know what I mean? And it's like Instagram's kind of just the spot where I'm at. I don't know if y'all be doing the TikTok. I have a TikTok. I post stuff there, but I refuse to be one of those scrollers and scroll through TikTok because, man, I don't know what's maybe it's my algorithm, but it's just a little toxic to say the least. The TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Whereas Instagram kind of sets yourself up for, it learns your algorithm. You get kind of more what you're interested in. Where TikTok, it seems to just throw the whole world at you, whether you like it or not. I don't know. But what do you guys use? What you guys use? I'm still kind of a big YouTube person. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, those links are in the description. Y'all know how it goes. Shout out to everybody who's still here. Shout out to everybody who stuck around. I see names that have been here since we started the episode today, so that's cool. Yeah, let's see. I'm reading the chat. Greg Kelly in the house. Peeps talk ish about the effing platforms they promote. Oh yeah. So much garbage on TikTok. Yeah. But yeah, do whatever platform works for you. You know what I'm saying? There's still a lot of people on Facebook. Whatever platform works for you, though. You know what I'm saying? Rumble, Mystic Philly knows about Rumble. I know where you at. Okay, shout out to Mystic Philly. Yeah, Rumble's kind of the spot where we put the unedited episodes when we had we have one David Icke, when we did the David Icke interview with Priest, YouTube took it down, and good thing I downloaded it. So I put the unedited version on Rumble. You'll see the link in the description. But I had to edit that, take out stuff that was controversial, and upload the edited version on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of already dangerous as is with the topics that we talked about today on the show, but it's the keywords we got to be careful with. So David Icke doesn't hold back. He just straight up says how it is. So you can find that one episode that was controversial on Rumble. That was the one that they didn't give us a strike. They gave us a warning strike. Anyway, okay, we're going to go on to song promotions. If you guys want to submit a song promotion, now's the time to do it. I think we only got one so far, so let's just get right into it. Keep it going. Let's go.
Song promotions. You send in your music, we play it live on the show for Killah Priest and the world to hear.
All right, and Priest watches all of these playbacks of the episode, so if you submit your track, don't think Priest ain't gonna hear it, because Priest sees all and he hears all. So feel free to submit those tracks, because if he likes a beat or something, he'll say so. He'll let us know. So that's what's up. All right, first up, we got a submission here from an artist named Frequency God Gsmoke from Grand Rapids, Michigan. The song is called Ancient Warlords. It's an MP3. Let's go. Yo, that beat is fire. I love it. I love those samples. It sounds big. It sounds epic. That kick drum is fire. You got a good bass going on in there. The mix is good. Personally, I would probably raise the snare a little louder to have a little more snap. That's just me though. But everything sounds great. It sounds like a Priest beat. It sounds like something Priest would tear up. You know, he might like that a lot. So I'm gonna ask him how he likes that. But he knows you though, Gsmoke. Yeah. Shout out to Gsmoke, man. That's fire. What does the chat think, man? The chat likes it. Look at all these fires in here. Nice. They like it. Good track. Like the Indian sound. Yeah, that's the type of beats that create a good platform for Priest to do some storytelling on. You know what I'm saying? Really good stuff. Great song, great track. Shout out to Frequency God Gsmoke from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And again, that song was called Ancient Warlords. He actually left his email. So I'm going to put that in the description after the show. So you guys, if you want to email Gsmoke, you can. Talk to him about, I don't know how he's handling his beats as far as leasing or selling beats or whatever, but you'll be able to contact him about that. That was good. I dug it. All right, let's see. I'm hitting refresh. We got done the submission here. We've got an artist named Aurora Borealis from New York. Song is called The Vatican Salvation to Underground Part 2, produced by Aurora Borealis. All right, hold up. Let me set this up. I'm still in presentation mode over here. Hold on. That's the wrong bass note. It's a little eerie. The bass and snare at least are in a good volume, so that's not too overbearing. But I would focus on the bass first. It sounds like you jumped right into these strings with all that. You know what I mean? But I would first perfect the bass note. It sounds like you put that in last. I don't know what your note was. I think it was E. But focus on building structure with drums first and then the bass. Get those two sounding great and hitting hard by themselves. Don't add the strings until later. Strings are like the sprinkles on the cake. Don't add any highs unless you have a solid sample you're working with first. And I can tell you're not working with any samples. If you're going to build from scratch, Dr. Dre style, start with the drums. Kick and snare, you got that down. You got a little bit of hi-hat in there. Get that bass solid. Get a good solid, if you're going to do like a droney kind of low end, and have it do something cool. It can be one note, that's fine, but it would have to be a good solid bass, like an 808 or something that'll really, like, think about the subwoofer. Think about the way it bumps. If you can create a solid foundation with snare, kick drum, and bass, Once you have that down solid, then you can start to add strings and highs. And the highs and strings need to fit within the chord structure of the bass. So if that bass is your root, try to stick within the chord structure of that. So whether it's a minor or a major, make sure that works in the same key. Do you know what I mean? Because the notes you were hitting with the strings, it was very abstract and it was eerie. And maybe if that's what you were going for, cool. But if you want to build a solid track, drums, bass, make them solid first. And then maybe those strings can come in only like every 16 bars, like a little chorus type of thing. Do you know what I mean? But that's how I would rebuild it. It sounds like it just needs to be rebuilt. But the cool thing is that you've improved a lot with your mixes. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like something was overbearingly too loud like some of your other submissions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you that credit right there. Mixes are better. But there's a clash, it seems, with the string notes and the bass. And that can be fixed with some basic theory. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, you're going to do what you do. As is, it works as kind of like an eerie track. But it needs more low end for sure. That's the best I could say about that. You know what I'm saying? But I hear improvements. All right. Shout out again to Aurora Borealis. Always improving. Always progressing. And that's what's key. Next up, we've got an artist named Brother Phil L, a.k.a. The Beyonder. The song is called Spiritual. Okay. Cicatrization techniques. Spiritual cicatrization techniques. That's a new one for me, man. Let's go. Hold on, from the top. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, man, that was. Hold up, you a professional. You a professional, man. That's. Woo! Great snare, great sample, great mix. The arrangement, though, man, the arrangement was just on fire. It's completely set up. That track is done. That track is mastered. That track is ready for the Four Horsemen. And I'm not even trying to hype you up like that. Like, that's for real. Like, that has all the breakdowns already set. The intro, you had the hook ready. There's gaps in there for like a lot of solid bar drops. You know what I mean? There's plenty of room for punchlines. The way the snares were coming in, there was lead-ins, there was lead-outs. Man, the bridge. I heard all of that, and the way the trumpets changed up in that one spot. It wasn't monotonous. It wasn't repetitive. That's a song ready to happen there. You're a professional. That's not even fair, man. I can hear it. Man, who you work for? That was straight fire. That's something that's like, hold up. What is this? I gotta make sure I'm subscribed. That was, you just launched that. Wait, 11 days. That's fresh. That is a fresh. It's not even a tight beat. That is a raw original right there. Shout out to you, man. Spiritual Cicatrization. I'm still working on the name, but it's Cicatrization techniques. That is advanced. And definitely you're in the right spot to submit that to the Killah Priest Podcraft, because Priest is gonna like that a lot. I mean, it's up to him what he wants to do. Priest handles all of his own beats and what he chooses to do for his albums and everything. So yeah, send that directly to Priest if you're interested in working with him. His email is info@killahpriest.tv. Do not send beats to me, send it to Priest. I'm not involved with Priest's production process, only his mixing and mastering in some albums. But if you want to submit that to Priest, it's info@killahpriest.tv. Because, man, that is straight fire. And I think it's pretty obvious. That's pretty obvious. So that was great. Great submission. Shout out to you. That's Brother Phil L, aka the Beyonder. Straight fire. I don't know what else to say. But man, everything was on point. I got nothing critical at all on that. Whew. Man. That's what's up. And we'll have the link to that in the description after the show, as y'all already know. Okay. I'm gonna hit refresh to see if we got any more submissions for today. That was great. If it's just those 3 too, that's fine. But man, that was just the grand finale. It looks like no more submissions I see. But yeah, that's what's up, man. Shout out to everybody who submitted those song promotions. Like I said, Priest is gonna hear all of that. Let me get back to this. That was really cool. That was cool. Yeah, so As y'all may know, we're doing these shows on Mondays and Thursdays. As of right now, we were unable to do last Monday. Priest is where he's at. I don't want to say where he's at because that's his business, but he is working on things. I'm not sure if he's going to be here on Mondays. That's a maybe on this coming Monday. So you might see me with another guest like we did today. Worst case scenario, we'll cancel that Monday show. But we'll see what's up. Y'all just stay updated and everything. We've got KillerPriest.tv. Check out the website. Check out XclusiveDirect.com for, we've got some like Wu-Tang albums available there. That's going to be updated this weekend too. So Xclusive Direct with the X. And lots of good things happening. You know what I mean? Fall seems to be a very productive time, at least for us over here. So that's what we noticed. But anyway, shout out to everybody who's been helping us out and promoting everything. That's what's up. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great evening and a great weekend. And we'll see y'all hopefully on Monday. So peace to y'all. That's what's up. Let's see. What should we end with? I need some exit music here. Usually I'm able to look for the track we're going to end with while Priest is talking. But since it's just me, y'all seeing everything. Man, I still can't get over that last track, yo. Okay, what should we end with? Let's end with, what do we got? What do we got? Truth Be Told? From The Offering? Let's do it. Peace. Oh, never mind. Wing people.
Really know? Or you talk what you know? Do you believe? Or do you know? Is your faith blind? Or is it as bright as the sun?
Descendants of Anu took on mortal fashion, built themselves statues in the image of themselves to worship themselves, built towers to themselves to remind them when they fell. They came from a station in space, an angelical race, giant in stature, helmet and cape that they wore. Visited this planet to explore, long journey from their own cause their race had war. It's said they called their planet the Bureau, and that they were fallen heroes. They saw gold, saw trees, and like more liberal. Astronauts with afro and locks, jet beaming to a ziggurat. They crashed on rocks. 1.21 gigawatts, some passed over crops. In the tablet legends, they said they opened the floodgates of heaven, describing their monstrous brethren, chopping up their grandparents in the 7 pieces. Now they looking for a region, they travel eastern, found the garden called Eden. They saw a being, forced the vow before Baal, or BXL with the tribe of reptiles. Now call the Rothschilds the X-Files. Life begins breathing hydrogen inside of high winds. Milky Way violin, heard by the wise men, observed in Orion. The windows with no end, the black glass in the sea that extend. Within that sea exist carbohydrates. These gods were hybrids. They went back and forth till they mixed the star bread in the foods of thought with proteins. Protons and atoms produced the whole gene. From infinity to density to matter, to atom to cell, to all